Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we when Farmer said he was, standing in to do a bit of help, and I think it was probably after the Thursday actually when we kind of helped you out there. We were like, man, you need your boys around you, your wingman, and me and Farmer always said, look, we're just gonna help. We just, like, this is what you do. So yeah. Oh no, you do so much, for us with all those little videos and stuff you did. So, there you go. Mm, yes, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, and yeah, definitely, and I'm looking at that. In fact, he's registering as a pro in the server at the moment. So firstly, it doesn't actually show their points. It's just a tally of their points. It only gives like yeah, yeah. I was. Oh no, there they are. They're on the far side. Oh, they're over there. Um, where's the stream gone? Let's look at yeah. Yep. Oh, you've got it up now, have you? Looks like it. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I saw that. Great views. Yeah. Yeah. Just got to try and remember half of these guys' names. Like, 'cause I haven't really followed this league golf, but I've seen a few of the show. Maverick. He looks quite absentee. I know who she is. Webley. Yeah. Julie. And Toon must be quick as well. Oh, that's Maverick. Yeah, he is, yeah. Oh no, sorry, it was coming up as Maverick, yeah. And this new thing that I've got, it does show their names and their last name in the. Yeah, you can get pretty deep into it. Good. Oh. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. That's quite cool. That's good because it reduces traffic, gives them space, and yeah, it's a good idea. I really like that a lot, actually. Because the amount of times you do get caught up in that traffic, and when qualifying is so important, and that's it. That's so. Roger that. No, but it's all good.
Good evening and welcome everyone again to the official coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5. It is round 6. We're at the Red Bull Ring of all places. How about that? Yeah, the 2024 GT3 series for Rainlight is proudly brought to you by Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43, and of course, as always, it is broadcast to the interwebs by MATCHFIT Entertainment. And well, if MATCHFIT Entertainment is here, that means I'm here, Davo. And tonight we have a special guest in the box. As J-Man said away, we've got JB. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, welcome, Davo, and welcome, viewers. Thanks for having me here. And like you said, Red Bull Ring. Funny to be here.
Red Bull Ring. Red Bull
Here
Ring.
we go again.
Here we go again. Just a quick heads up, a little bit of an in-house joke. If you don't already know, John and I, and obviously a team of commentators called the 6 Hour at another community at Red Bull Ring only yesterday. So we are well learned on the intricacies of the Red Bull Ring here, JB. And look, after 6 hours yesterday, 90 minutes should be a walk in the park, shouldn't it, my friend?
Well,
Well, it
it's
should.
yeah. Well, if we lose our voice by the end, the viewers will certainly understand we've done too much talking and we're getting a bit raspy. But hey,
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. The boys are in drive brief as we speak. Might give us a chance to. Let's have maybe a bit of a look at the points, JB.
yeah. So the points in front of me, from what I see in the pro class, we've got Chris Cooley. He is leading the pack there over Maverick and Chaplin Chan. 300 points to Cooley there, and about 33 points to third place of Chaplin Chan there. So trailing him behind and fourth, Brendan Webley, Will Dixon, and Gaz Eddy rounds out seven. Now Costa
Macrolos, yep.
Macrolos. Now look, it looks like in the points he's showing as Pro-Am, but clearly the Towers, he's been promoted. So
It sounds like he's had a class promotion.
he certainly looks quick. He's just ahead of Steve Crosland there in ninth, and Madison T rounding out the 10 for your pros. So
yeah, definitely.
Further down though, your Pro-Ams, you're going to have T-Fam, Nick Firth, Jacob,
Wadsworth, yep.
Bala, and Gunter Rowe, Aston Hughes in the Aston, Louis Ventaventa bringing out 21st overall in the Pro-Am there. So yeah,
so
well
nice
done
work
to
from those boys.
Yeah.
And obviously the AM guys who are just rolling out on track now for the first stint in qualifying, the first 2 minutes of qualifying. The AM boys, Adrian Kramer, with a little bit of a points gain over the last couple of weeks, as some of the AM guys just haven't been attending. So a little bit of a points gain for Kramer, leading the AM Championship. Wally Baker not far behind him. These points are actually close between these two. 43 and 41 respectively. And the next one down is Wayne Rogers, actually in the AM, which is 37, so only 4 points behind as well. So a really tightly fought top three there in the AM class. John Boy, like I mentioned, we got a few more AMs in actually tonight. We've actually got a couple of newcomers as well, which we will mention. Well, we got Phil Davison, who is unclassified, I think, and Mr. T Blazing as well, unclassified. So 8 guys will go out onto the track for the first stint of qualifying, and we will start. Let's see if we can get you some vision right now.
Yeah, I really enjoy these qualifying sessions, what they do here at Rainlight, how they've got a 30-minute session in there, and they're letting the AM guys go out for a 10-minute hit out, and they'll pull them back off the track and let the Pro-Ams out and have their shot at it, and then the pros to come through last and set their time. So, tight track, Red Bull Ring, minute 27, minute 28 around for the quick guys. So yeah, it can get busy with this many cars on track, as we know. So yeah, it's a good idea, and it's fantastic that these drivers get a bit of space on track and that chance to cycle their tyres up, do what they need to do.
Absolutely, John Boy. It is a fairly short track, considering, and some good high average speed, so a little bit tricky to pass, but guys make mistakes. There's a lot of high G corners and some big stops, so anything could happen as we start to see the provisional times come in. I suspect we would see Zandberg up there. Zandberg in fourth with a 31.3, but Mark Turbot, Phil Davison and Wally Baker are the guns at the moment. And obviously These guys, like we always mention, you know, if they can hit a good time here and just get themselves up into a good spot in front of maybe some of their peers in the Pro-Am drivers, it puts them in good stead at the start of the race with, you know, like some of these slower Pro-Am guys having to work their way through the field. So we've seen it in the past, usually in the Pro-Am class where some of the boys punch above their weight, particularly T-Fam, Costas Macrolos, which I think has had a promotion, and of course Nick Firth, our friend Firthy, in this low and slow Ferrari. So Zandberg out on track, T-blazing actually to the top there. JB, now I didn't have the privilege of seeing any pre-race practice, so I'm not sure what times we're aiming for at this at Rainlight Racing here.
Look, I did see the top guys of Maverick and Vic Chan and that out there doing 1:27. So yeah, that's 1:27. So these guys, you know, they've got a little bit to be on the pace of the top boys, but certainly a 1:29.8 blazing in that 420 McLaren Turbot. He's pretty close. He's actually up on his delta by 2/10 here, so he's going to get close with this lap. Davidson also doing a good job there.
Yeah, Davison doing a good job. Newcomer also T-blazing, popping himself up the top there. Look, we did see see a 27 yesterday in the Enduro, but it was very late in the race, and the guys with nothing to lose. But here, a little bit of a shorter race, and we would suspect to see the likes of Cooley and Mav and possibly Gaz Eddy, and just to name a few, you know, up around or down around that high 27 mark. But yes, I would expect to see what mid to low 28s. We just following Turbot across the line here.
Yeah, he lost a bit at the end there. His delta was up and down and up and down. He certainly had the delta on his cards, but he was moving quite quickly. Nightingale back in 8th. He's well up on his delta. He's 8/10 up. It's not going to be anywhere close to the times above him, but he's certainly up on his own personal delta too.
Absolutely. Kramer also was up on his delta, but I think he might have had a sneaky little track infringement out of the final corner there, JB. So no gain there, or if there was, I don't think he's made a position. I think he has made a gain. His last lap did register actually, but no gain on the podium. Phil Davison showing a 10th or so on his delta, as is Wally Baker back here tonight in the Porsche.
Yeah, well, that's it. Kramer, Baker, and Rogers. They're your guys that are fighting it in the AM Championship. So, you know, Baker wants to beat Kramer. Kramer wants to stay on top. But
of course.
But at this point, you know, there's only a couple of points between these boys. I think it was like about eight or so points at max between them.
It was. It might have even been less, but it was sort of around that 6 to 8 mark there. JB, you're absolutely right. As we see Phil Davison 6/10 up on his delta, that would easily put him on the top spot in front of Blazing as he comes across the line. So nice work. Turbot also up on his time as we just flicked the camera to him, and he was around. So we just wondering whether Blaze will respond to that. Couple of tenths up on his time there.
3/10 up.
That's going to be close there.
Nearly close to 3/10. It's going to be very close.
That is going to be close as we wind down for this AM session. Or stint of qualifying here. First 10 minutes of a 30-minute qualifying session. So across the line, there it is.
Oh my goodness! How close is that?
7/100ths of a second, or just over. So close immediately. These two guys, unclassified drivers, so out there with the AM boys here tonight, JB, and they are showing their mettle really early here.
Yeah, and look, they do have that for the viewers that are trying to understand the red being the M class. If they got the red sticker or tag
Yep, you can
to
see.
their number, that
Yep.
means they're the Pro Am. The white being the Pro and the Pro Am in the silvery grey colour. Yeah. So yeah, blazing.
Wally
Wow.
Baker also well up on his time here. This could put him in the lead.
Oh.
Oh,
130.1. Lost
So,
a bit there, didn't he?
they did lose a bit there, and it winds up. I think we got a couple out on track. I think it's Zamberg still out on track, and a Kramer, I think that is, as well, out on track still. Although, oh no, Kramer's in the, as we start to see.
Yeah.
Zamberg is just actually rolling across the line here,
So,
down on his
Baker-
delta.
Baker taking the spoils though over Kramer. He wants to be ahead of Kramer at the beginning of this race, and so far he is. He's put 3 cars between them.
We did talk about that, isn't it? Just getting that jump on them in qualifying, isn't it? And just that will make them have to work a little bit harder for that position and those points at the, ultimately at the end of the race there. JB, as we just see the Pro-Am boys roll out. Gunther Rowe in the Gorilla Racing Nissan first car out on track, no surprise there. We've also got Bella just tucked in behind him in, I think, the only Lexi on the circuit. The Lexi doesn't get a lot of love, unfortunately, but fantastic looking car. All the so Harrison Bella, Gunther Rowe, first cars out on track in the Pro-Am stint of qualifying. JB, Gunther, one to watch here as always, and I would suspect, as he drifts the Nissan into that final sector of corners. So we'll keep an eye on Gunther here for his first flying lap.
Nice livery on that Nissan too. I like that.
The Gorilla Racing
cool.
car, yeah. So, yeah, Gunther. Look, he does a pretty good job on a car skin. I think True to Life Racing has a lot of people following and has plenty of customers. So, Gunther in the Gorilla Racing car again. We will thank, just mentioning sponsors, we will thank Nortec once again. Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, of course, Costing 43, and a little quick mention for ourselves, MatchFit Entertainment, for broadcasting it all to you. Thanks, boys, for joining us here tonight. We've got a few boys tuning in. They were here yesterday watching. They're back here today. Oh, and of course, we see the pro guys just kicking back there, watching the stream. Pre-qualifying session. Welcome, Phil. Louis Van der Venter, Gaz Eddy, Firthy in there as well. He'll be out on track by now.
Yeah, he is. And look, he's mentioning he's had a bit of a headache today after a big night yesterday, so no surprises there. Yeah.
Definitely no surprises. As Gunther Rowe across the line for his first flying lap. Too busy reading the chat box there actually to see how that lap looked for Gunther.
He was 129.5.
So
129.8, sorry.
So we're immediately seeing the changes. Wadsworth, T-Fam, Craig McConnell, Ashton in the Aston, Hughes now popping himself into the fourth. Gunther obviously struggling with his lap, not getting above the AM drivers there. Nick first sneaking into fifth as well. John Boy.
Yeah, that's right. So Nick there in 5th in the Ferrari, the number 56, a 1:29.4. He's 2 tenths up on his Delta at the moment, so that's going to move him up probably around that 4th spot at this stage. It is creeping up, but above him, Hughes, you know, he actually had a huge Delta going on then. Something must have happened because it's all gone away.
It has all gone away. Craig McConnell also just
move, yeah.
provisionally in 3rd at the moment. Couple of tenths up on his Delta. Craig McConnell is recovering from knee surgery only a couple of weeks ago. So stellar effort from Craig there.
And look, if he's recovering from knee surgery, he had a bloody big race yesterday too, so his legs will be certainly feeling it.
Well, what better physio? Well, I couldn't think of anything better.
Maybe this physio. There we go. 1/10, 0.135 off TFAM there. He crosses the line with a 1:28.6.
Oh, what's this one? TFAM, couple of seconds up on his time there, but did not register.
No, and that's it. This track invites you out to a lot of the exit curbs and stuff here, and there's plenty of cuts here, and yeah, easy to just destroy that lap and void their time, and
easily done. And one of those corners that sort of woos you in, JB, is the final corner, isn't it? So you can do all that hard work for 1 minute and 28 seconds odd, and then come round the final corner and pretty well throw it away. So tough stuff.
And you can you get so nervous sometimes when your Delta's so high up, and you know you're on a good lap, and you don't want to wreck it either, and you kind of play the safe card, and then as you're rolling into the straight, you're watching your Delta go backwards because you've been so safe.
Too safe.
Yeah. But TFAM well up on his time again. He's 0.5, half a second up. He's about to bank a beauty.
He just runs wide there through the first left-hander.
He validated the lap. It looks like some red. So
that's unfortunate. Ashton, however, just coming down into the final sector here. Wadsworth actually just popped himself into first provisionally, but Ashton well up on his time here. This would put him very close to Wadsworth, into 3rd position in behind Fam. Who else we got up Delta? Nick Firth. He's also rolling down through the final complex of corners as well, JB. What's this lap? He's got about 3 tenths up. Oh, he's still got some work to do against these boys, though.
3 tenths, he moves up a spot.
Nice work.
0.6 off Wadsworth time. There, 1:29 flat. So he's still got a bit. Just over half a second to find Wadsworth. So, yeah, tidy lap, though.
Tidy lap. These guys will be... absolutely. These guys will be running out of time, however... Just a little under 3 minutes to go. Now, we saw last week, it was before the promotion, it was Mr. Merkelos and Firthy actually punching above their weight up in, I think it was 6th or 7th or 7th and 8th at the end when everything shook out. Definitely well above quite a few of the pro drivers. So this is critical for these boys to get these cars up the pointy end as far as possible. Really important for these Pro-Am guys to just get these cars up sort of mid-Pro-Am pack, Pro pack, should I say.
Yeah, so interesting the times that we're down on the 1:27s we saw, we think. TFAM, Wadsworth, I think good times enough. Even Hughesy there. And McConnell, actually, these guys will definitely on the cusp of putting themselves
for sure.
That maybe around the 10, the back end of the 10.
Definitely. Look, we got a minute and a half or so to go. Vanderventer was up on his time. TFAM with his quickest lap so far on the last lap. Not enough to sneak up a position though. So still got a little bit of work to do, but he's again up a 10th or so on his Delta. Yes. So still in, just coming into this sort of mid-sector, I suppose, JB, which is the sort of the technical stuff. You do the couple of tight, heavy braking area corners, and then you get down into this stuff, and it's the curly stuff. Only a couple of left-handers on this track, so the old
McLaren
right
really
hand.
good through this section though, because these are all the left-handers as well.
Yeah, the
Predominantly,
lefties. Yep.
yeah, 10 turns on this track. 7 of them are to the right. So when they hit that those left-handers in the back part, twisty part of the track, you know, the tyres are just they're not really up to the temperatures they should be, but there's still plenty of grip on that left side of the car. Yeah, on the right side of the car.
Yes. Oh, well, look, we heard guys commenting yesterday how cold the other tyre would go. The right-hand front tyre would nearly just cool right off around here, and they literally struggle to get temperatures into them. I mean, the ambient and track temperatures were well down, unlike today, as we have a 29 track temp and 22 ambient. But once the sun went down, yeah, they really did struggle with those left-hand fronts.
So you'll be looking at massively different tyre pressures then on that right side of the car, just to compensate for that.
Absolutely.
So as it stands, there we go, 128.4, best time so far for Wedgworth, T-Fam, P2, Hughes in third position with the 128.5. Not much in it, only 0.13. So yeah, nice tight times there at the top, and that's their qualifying over as the
absolutely
start to roll out now.
As the big boys roll out, just flicking through the chat box there, guys. Thanks for lighting the the comments section up. Look, hit the like and subscribe button if you like what you're seeing. You know, thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. We love the thumbs up. Yeah, quick little top tip from Mav there in the chat box. Don't turn your TC off in turn 2. There you go.
Speaking from experience.
We're getting a little bit of coaching here for the AM and the Pro-Am boys from the man himself. Okay, now we did talk about Nick Firth and Costas Makalos earlier as we went over the points, and again just in the Pro-Am qualifying there, we just pick up on his car here on track at the moment. Now, this guy has been punching above his weight. Firthy probably should have been promoted as well, but he's definitely punching above his weight in qualifying and in race in the Pro class. He has been elevated into the Pro class where he rightly should be, as I think, where was he in the championship there? JB, it was like well up in the top 10. So nice work from Costas, one to watch.
Yes, yeah, he was. He was right up in 8.
Yeah.
Well, currently is in 8. So yeah, so deserves to be there. It's had some good results actually. For sure.
So yeah, look, that won't hinder his march forward. He's doing really well, and in the Pro class, I suspect he will continue that march forward. So nice work from Costas as we pick up on Mav, the man himself. We would expect Mav, probably Vic Chan. One to look out for would be also Gaz Eddy here in qualifying, just to mention a few. Obviously, Maddie T. We've seen her performance actually the other week, John Boy over at ASRNZ with a win on a 80-minute mini enduro. Without stopping in the Ferrari. So nice work from Maddie. Chaplin Chan as well. One to watch. So
yeah, look, the boys are just cycling up now as they start to fly in their times.
Mav with a 28.1.
28.1, so straight away 0.3 quicker.
Nothing to see here. Just business as usual. Brandon Webley with a 28.6. So look, and again we see a couple of those Pro-Am guys just sitting up there already, holding their own at this early stage of qualifying, and it's like it is a little bit of a lottery. They must sit back there tense as they watch these boys roll across and just see where they can hang in that top group. And quite often we've seen over the last few weeks, some of these Pro-Am boys definitely punching above their weight and making a good show of it when it comes to race time as well. Vic Chan in second provisionally, yes, with a 28-1. Oh, look, there you go, 800 second. 800ths of a second.
He just took the best sector 1 there by a good 2/10 actually. So he's the quickest through sector 1 at the moment, Vic is.
Yeah, nice work. And we would expect that from Vic. Good to have him back. I know he's been doing a bit of like proper outdoor sport stuff, so kudos to him. Maddie T in the Lamborghini.
Looks like she's just cycling up. Her first time's a 1:28.9, only good enough to put her in 9th at this stage, but she's well up on her time. She's 4/10 up, so here we go, just as she crosses the line, 1:28.4.
Oh, yep.
That just pops her into 5th place there, 3/10 off Maverick.
Okay, and while we were just talking about that, Webley actually snuck himself up into 3rd provisionally. Vic Chan up on his Delta, Webley also up on his Delta as well. Actually, Vic Chan's Delta is looking healthy enough for a top spot easily.
Webley right up. If he carries on this pace, Webley's going to be very, very close to Maverick.
To Mav's time, yeah, because I reckon Vic Chan's going to pick the top spot right here, right now.
Yep, there he goes.
With a 7-8. Okay, we expected to see 7. We did expect to see the 7s, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay, Brandon Webley, a couple of tenths up as well. At the moment, Maddie not showing up on the radar, so Chaplin Chan neither. Down a little bit in 7th provisionally. Gaz Eddie in one of the Porsches as well. Fantastically presented car, this one. Gaz Eddie in the 37. V-Dub.
Just waiting for Shane Faraday to post his time. He hasn't banked his time yet. He's at 1.2.
Is he out? Is he on track? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's coming around now. So we expect to see him jump up. Must have had a cutty cut somewhere along the way to avoid the lap. We know Shane can pedal.
The final corner, that is Chaplin Chan just in the background there as well. Let's see where that lands him. Just over the top.
Yep, so not good enough.
Chaplin Chan. No, definitely not. Sorry to interrupt there, John Boy. But yeah, Chaplin Chan just snuck up into 8th as he come across the line behind him. So, but those guys on the move, they've only got a little over 3 minutes to go. So they've got plenty of work to do. The big boys up.
Down there, I'm looking at Hendo and the 31 Aston back in 17th. He's improving on his time, but he's just well down from where he should be.
Yep. Yeah, Crossy a little bit down further than I would expect as well. So, as is Costas, Makalos as well, has not just... Mate, these guys are running out of time. They just haven't got that banker lap, have they? So,
Henderson's looking to improve decently here. This should move him right up around T-Fam or Matty.
Oh, yeah, T-Fam, I'd say, yeah, 7th-ish.
Yeah. Once he crosses the line, below Chad.
Henderson.
So he's responded when he needed to, just to get that car out. He moved himself up 10 positions there with that lap. He needed that.
Definitely need. Sneaking that beautiful green Aston Martin into 9th position, just in the top 10. I suspect he's happy with that. We just got Webley 2/10 up on his Delta, and he is between turn 1 and 2. So that's
a long way to go to carry that.
I know. Look, he's got 3/10 as he hits the brakes into 2. So
he's committed, isn't he? That's certainly working right now. It's climbing his Delta. If he holds on to this is going to elevate him certainly up onto the front row, maybe even pip Maverick with this. This time will be very close. So
Webley,
he's just dropped off a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
Mav improved by about 1/10, a little over. I think he was at 1/8. So he's
actually the time's coming back to Maverick now too. Webley
actually
lost a lot of his momentum, and whereas the lap started off great. It looks like it's just falling away from him at the back part of the lap, but Maverick 1.5 tenths up. It's going to close the gap to Chan.
But I don't think he's got him.
But it's not going to be enough,
No.
Stevo.
No.
Definitely. Going to get a bit closer, 0.1.
So Eddie, Eddie still looking for that banker. Pete Dawson as well. Still looking for more tenths as well in the trademark white Lamborghini from Pete Dawson there.
Yeah, looks great.
So a couple of guys, Herod as well. Some of these guys really, even Steve Crossland, who we've seen shine. He's in the official Nortec sponsored car, the major sponsor of the series. So
It's great, that car, fantastic.
it does look fantastic. That Porsche, sponsored by Nortec, but struggling with pace. Now, the Porsche's BOP is not too bad around Red Bull Ring. Like we said, we watched 6 hours of it yesterday. Porsche came in the top 3. So we know these cars work. We actually saw 3 different marks on the podium, actually, John, which was good to see. So,
and what I'm noticing up here is there's a lot of Lamborghinis up inside that top 6. In fact, there's 4 of them. So that Lamborghini
what does that tell you?
honking here at Red Bull Ring. It's really a standout for Wadsworth, actually, to put that car into 6th. We did talk about him and TFAM doing a great job. They're actually well inside the 10.
Yep, just get Dixon, should I say. Will Dixon snuck himself into provisional 7th as well. So nice work. Crossland still out on track, just coming into the final complex of corners. Qualifying is over as we wind down. He was up on his Delta. Doesn't look like it now. Pete Dawson got a little bit of gain on his Delta. But, that might... Actually, Dawson might have enough time.
Yeah.
He might sneak up on Crossy here.
Actually, he's well up. He's 4 tenths up on his time.
So, what's that? Oh, jeez.
Look at that.
Well, thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Dawson in 4th position. Wow, my Delta didn't show that.
I saw his Delta light up at the end there, and he just, once he crossed the line, he disappeared from where I was looking. He just jumped up 15 spots or so.
Well, that's amazing. So
now that's just added more Lamborghinis to their totem pole, hasn't it? Look at them all.
Hasn't it what? Hasn't it what? Awesome work from Dawson there. As we just quickly run through, Vic Chan, top spot. Mav in 2nd. Webley in 3rd. Pete Dawson in 4th. Matt Dayton in 5th. Matty T down in 6th. So he's got a little bit of work to do. Wadsworth in 7th. Nice work from Wadsworth. Will Dixon in 8th. Oh, Wadsworth might have sneaked in front of Dixon there last time I looked. TFAM in 9th. Chaplin Chan rounding out the 10. The Porsche struggling here a little bit tonight. Henderson in 11th. Ashton in the Aston in 12th. Gaz Eddie 13th. Costas Macrolos 14th. Shane Butterdoe 15th. Craig McConnell, Louis Van der Venter, Steve Crossland, Nick Firth, Gunther Rowe rounding out 20. Big, tough field here. Gunther back in 20. He'll be struggling there. Harrison Bella in the lone Lexi in 21st. Matthew Herod, T. Blazing, one of the newcomers, and Phil Davison, another one of the newcomers in 23rd and 4th respectively. Wally Baker, Mark Turbot, Alex Amberg, Kenneth Worcester, Josh Nightingale, Adrian Kramer, and Joe Grimmer, rounding out a field of 31, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2024 Rainlight Racing GT3 Series 5 Round 6 here at Red Bull Ring. These guys are getting G'd up to go. We are going to thank our sponsors, of course, Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, and Cross C43. And as well, while I'm there, just a quick mention, if you haven't already signed up or had a look at this TA2 stuff Rainlight's got going on, get over to their Discord, links in the description box. Check out the TA2 stuff. I think there's one more round to go. Good fun stuff in AC, the old girl, Assetto Corsa, the OG and it's good fun to watch. We are streaming it, so get over there and check it out. Thank you all the sponsors for jumping on board, and thanks obviously us MatchFit for broadcasting it all to you guys. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit your notifications so you don't miss out on the action. These guys are 10 seconds away, John boy.
Yeah, and just shout out to the lone BMW, Philip Davidson. And,
Yes. Yes.
rocking the lone Beamer, and also another solo warrior, Harrison Bella, in the Lexus. So they're the two. So two of those guys lonely in their class of manufacture, but however, still adding to the field. Oh, and Matt. Sorry,
Vic
in the
Chan.
Honda. Yeah, and Vic Chan in the Bentley.
There's a few. But as the boys file away for their formation lap, JB, this is awesome. We've got 31 cars on track, guys and girls. So this should be awesome. Quick fire 90-minute with a compulsory pit stop.
Oh, just a casual 90?
Nothing. And compulsory pit stop, so, you know, look, we always got that chance of a little bit of strategy, or maybe a mistake, or again, in the pits, which we always look forward to. There is live stewarding, so if we see some time penalties come up, these guys can leave it to the end of the race, or serve it in their pit stops. So, plenty to play for.
Yeah, it's good. With the 90 minutes, you still get time to play good strategy here. So if you do have a little bit of a mishap at the start, you've got that chance to get yourself out of trouble, repair the car if you have to, head down and go again. We know the fuel tanks in these cars get to that, you know, they go quite far. Can they make it on fuel without topping up? But if they've got a compulsory pit stop, my guess is
doesn't matter.
Tires, it doesn't matter, does it? So they're going to be taking tyres at some point. Yeah, look, 50-50, is it? Or do you just, if you're buried and you're quicker than the car in front of you, you're going to have to get out of that battle and find yourself some clear air, won't you?
Absolutely. As we just see Mr. Worcester there rolling around in one of the bricks, as they are fondly known as the old GTR R35, aka the Datsun, the Datto. So nice work if you can. Vic Chan up the pointy end. This is these guys are going to come around pretty quick. Vic Chan already controlling the field as they roll down into the final complex of corners here and forming up. Nice work from the boys there. Good work from Victor. Just pull those guys up and give them a chance to form up. Vic Chan and Mav on the front row. Brandon Webley, Pete Dawson, Matt Dayton, Matty T, Jacob Wadsworth, Will Dixon, T-Fam and Chaplin Chan. Rounding out the top 10. We're about to go green, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to get the jump here? As he stages the Bentley. Oh, the Lambo surely got a bit of punch off the line compared to the boat.
Lambo's going to have
and
a big punch.
Big punch, and then on the inside line, as you just see Mav immediately in first, gets that little bit of push. Straight away. These guys are going to go side by side. 2-1. Has the Bentley got the grunt down the straight? On the wrong side of the track. That's Webley tucked in behind. Good, clean start.
Away.
The Bentley pulling away. Wadsworth, Matty T. Look at that. Stretching the legs. Webley round the outside of Mav. Can he make it stick out there? Surely he's going to get a track infringement for that. We got Dayton and is that? Oh, that's the lone Honda as well. Another lone contender. JB with Matty T right in front. That's Will Dixon. Wow, what a great start. Actually,
great start from Matty, isn't she? She's up 2 spots, put herself into 4th there. Yeah, outstanding start.
Oh, definitely. Dawson also up in, I think Dixon and Dawson have come up a position or so.
Philip Dawson, he's actually dropped back 3 spots from his initial qualifying there.
There you go.
Yeah, he started 4th on the grid. He's just got knocked back a bit there at the start. Lost 3 spots.
Amazing. Great start from all the drivers. Look at that freight train, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a full field as we come around and across the line for the first lap. I don't think there has been one car pointing in the right direction in that whole lap. Stellar job from the 31 drivers here for round 6 at Red Bull Ring. Wow. John Boy, how often do you see that?
Yeah, exactly. That's outstanding to get all those cars through. The knee surgery that's come in for Craig McConnell looks like it's just kicked in a little bit. He's down 7 spots. He started from a starting spot, so it's
a little bit of
pain kicking in there.
No doubt. No. Nathan Henderson in 13. You just see this thing just pop out of the field. Look at this trainer car. Amazing. What a great start. Vic stepping out. Look, I think we know there's a long time to go, and I think Mav will just be hitting his marks and hitting the numbers and letting Vic burn up his tyres. Matty T up into 4th. Is that correct? Is that right on my delta there? She's come up a couple of positives as well.
She's come up a couple of spots there. Just playing it cool there in the Lambo. So we've got the Bentley of Vic Chan leading. Maverick, Webley, Matty in the Lambos.
Dayton in the Honda, and we've got a car round, fam round. In the final corner there. Looked like there might have been contact with somebody else. Let's see if we can get a replay on that, JB. 30 seconds. As we pick up Fam, just coming out of the left-hander. Running down into this final complex corner. He's in behind Chaplin Chan, one of the Porsches here. Chan may have got tangled up in there. Fam right on the tail here. Looks for the inside move. Gets contact. Oh, Chan carries on like nothing. And Fam around. You see that a bit in AC where the attacking car from behind ends up spinning like that. So Chan and Gaz Eddy nose to tail, 9th and 10th. Matty T has got all sorts of things to think about. He's got the Honda. Now, we know how good that thing is to park in a shopping centre. But damn, Dayton makes it look quick on track, JB.
Mover and Shaker, 8th place. Shane Faraday in that 585 Nissan. He's up 7 spots. It's a great first opening stint for him from 15th on the grid. Look, he's going to just try and keep his eyes on Dawson in front of him now, and we know that Nissan's got a bit of straight line speed too. Last time round, the leader, 128.8 is the fastest, as he crosses the line. 128.3 is the fastest lap of the race. Maverick in the 128.6.
So, yeah, Vic Chan, and really stepping out now. Look, he's probably doubled his gap just in the last 2 laps there, John. And Mav no slouch, so I just sort of, the body language of Mav's car just doesn't look like he's chasing Vic. He's just going to let him run. Mate, we've got an hour and 25 minutes to go in this race. It's early days. We're only just 5 minutes in. Webley as well, maybe biding his time. He's gapped Matty T. Matty T gapped Dayton a little bit. I don't think Dayton's going to go away, though. I think Matty's going to have Dayton, more pressure from Dayton. Quick smart. Will Dixon in the Porsche. First of the Porsches tucked in behind. Dawson in 7th. Faraday out of, how far has he come up? What's that showing your timing?
Yeah, I was just saying before, he started 16th, he's 15th on the grid, and he's up 7 spots, so yeah, he's sitting in 8th, up 7, so he's done a fantastic job there.
Made some big moves there. Of course, Chaplin Chan down a couple of positions after a little bit of contact with T. And Gaz Eddy rounding out the top 10 with Costas Macaulay tucked in behind.
And actually Crosland there in that battle, he started 18th, he's now 12th. So he's up 6 spots. So in the sponsored, Nautic
Nautic
car.
sponsored
Look,
car.
he's doing a fantastic job there, and this outstanding livery as it's whipping itself up into the turns here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just picking up on a replay there, actually, because it came up on my Delta that they changed position. So Crossy in the Porsche, making it work down the hill through the left-handers and sneaking past Henderson in the Nortec-sponsored Porsche there. John Boy, and they roll across for another lap.
Oh, the Porsche of Crosby.
Crosby,
Getting a little bit loose on the exit there.
A little bit too much loud pedal too early.
He's been kind on the inside there, making sure he leaves space for the cars making the move, but just unstuck himself a bit.
So look at that,
pointing in this right direction.
Look at the train of cars though. There's 5 really packed together there. I think that's actually Firthy just tucked in on the back of that pack, and no doubt gaining. We've also got another group of cars just behind, and like I mentioned before, Matty Dayton really not going anywhere. Still tagged on the back of Matty T's car.
So these guys are still at it. Henderson, Crosby, Hughes, Van der Vende. They are all... this is an awesome battle to be involved with. Crosby just getting the measure back on Hendo there.
Again, yep.
He's actually lapping a bit quicker too, the Crosland car, but they're all line astern in the 131s as they're stuck in this train. and not much ahead of them. The guys from 10th up, they're all running 129s, a good second quicker.
Yeah, Ashton with a little bit of a shake out of 1 from Henderson takes advantage as they run up to number 2, the right-hander here with Firthy down the inside on Van der Vente. It was 2, so Firth and Van der Vente going at it, or was that Van der Vente around the outside? I don't know, but it's all happening.
Firthy just going up a spot there. He's got the little green arrow pointing up. He's made that pass.
Awesome.
Stick on Van der Vente, yeah.
So,
2 Ferraris.
A couple of Ferraris. Van der Vente doesn't want to let it go that easily, but look at that train of cars. We've had a stellar start to this race, JB, with very little to no contact. So, except for a little bit of maybe a little sneaky one snuck in there from T-Fam on Chappie Chan, but not too bad. And this has kept the field really close.
Yeah, it has. Now, Matty T's getting a lot closer to the back of Dayton now.
So they've swapped positions. Dayton was behind there last lap, so we've just missed that exchange there. So Dayton passed in the Honda. I just wonder whether Madison might have had a little bit of a mistake, because she did have a bit of a gap on him. So
you're right. Her last lap, a 129, nearly a 130 versus a 129.2.
Yeah.
Dayton, yeah, he was the mover there. Shaker. Now, last lap round, Maverick's starting to respond with his times, and I was just thinking before, these cars, you know, they're certainly different beasts once they put all the fuel in to go a lot further than their qualifying cars. So expect the cars to react a little bit differently. So some were quicker. They might act a lot differently. They might check out at the start, but do they pay a higher price on the tyre as they get through that fuel load? And will Maverick come back at Chan a little bit later into this race?
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? It's just, look at this train of cars. Yeah, so plenty going on, JB.
But they've checked out now. The gap from Chan to Maverick 2 seconds, and then from Maverick back to Webley 3 seconds. So, yep. Visually, those guys have started to streak off, haven't they? But yeah, the action back in that pack.
Yeah, plenty going on. It's a little bit gapped, but still just a massive train of cars. So the slightest slip up, everyone's there to take advantage of it pretty well, as we just pick up on Dixon and Dawson. Porsche v Lamborghini that is actually just tucked in behind Madison T. As well, Fernando 8th now. As well, a bit of a mover and shaker here tonight, up a good 7 positions from his start. So, yeah, he'll be happy with where he is at, and no doubt trying to stay focused. As we just look at the newcomer T-Blaze with Harrison Bella and Matthew Herod giving him a bit of a baptism of fire here at Rainlight, and just giving him a bit of a run for his money as it's a drag race down into 3.
Blazing away, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, and he's working for it, eh? Look at him go. So that's, that's T-Fam that's actually snuck up past Herod on his comeback after that little mishap.
Isn't he? He's dropped down 10 spots. He started 9th on the grid, so yeah, the incident that we saw unfold a little bit earlier at the beginning there, is the car, I'm going to say it's carrying a little bit of damage for sure.
You'd think so. I think he might have nicked the fence too after it turned, so...
Yep.
But look, rookie mistake there. That final turn is not somewhere to stick the nose in, is it? The boys have to go wide for it, but they get in there super quick. It's not a big braking area, so probably a little bit ambitious as he gets out of one with a big chunk of oversteer and keeps the eyes forward, heading for Blazing.
And while T-Fam thinks he's having a bad day, have a think about Woodsworth back in 31st. He's dead last. He was 7th on the grid. He's down 24 spots. What a shocker. That's something. He's clearly been involved with something there.
Yeah.
Whether or not he's fighting for it in a battle, at least it's not showing that he's actually pitted or anything. Oh, actually, pit count. He's been in the pits twice, as has Woodsworth.
Well, there you go.
Gunter Rowe actually as well.
He's been in the pits as well.
Yeah, Gunter started 20th on the grid. He's back in 31st, so he's down 11 spots. So there you go. The first guys through the pits, and they've time stopped. They've been sitting in there for 3 minutes.
So yeah, long time, and it's not really registering on our official CPS here on the totem either, JB. So, and I didn't see any penalties come up, so that's an interesting to note that those cars have been in the pits and not really giving us any notes on our data to as we just see Costas around unforward. We're just looking over the back wing of Costas at Crossland. Crossland was starting to apply a bit of pressure. We'll get a replay on this. So into the final complex of corners on the replay there, and out of the final corner. Costas looked like he had a fairly good run. No threat from Crossy, about 3 car lengths. Up into 1 here. A little bit too much inside ripple strip. The Ferrari's front right-hand suspension not dealing with it at all. And just literally just rocketing him across the track. And now he's got T-Fam to deal with. So, welcome back to the Pro-Ams, Costas. We might just sneak up to this Will Dawson and Dixon battle here. So we got Pete Dawson, Will Dixon. These guys have been inseparable, and if you just, not hard to notice, but that is Shane Fodado in one of the Datsuns. He's tagged onto the back of this battle, and Fodado clearly showing that he's a bit of a mover and shaker in the race so far tonight. Chaplin Tan in the background there as well, after a little bit of a mishap with Bam earlier. So good little trainer cars, and that's a good race there, right there. Good seasoned drivers, those boys.
What's going to heat up soon, Davo, is the number 12 Honda up in 4th place. Dayton slowly chipping away at P3 Webley. He's closed the gap now. He's only half a second behind Webley, and I'll tell you what, his last lap was a 1:29.2 over Webley's 1:29.4, so he's only taken 2 to 3 tenths a lap out of him. But look, he cleared Matty T.
Yeah, he did.
And visually, you can see the gap. So
yeah, and look, we've just got cameras on Will Dixon, and you can clearly see in the vision these guys and girls are only just around the corner there. They are very close and well in touch. and that's Webley, third position, Dayton and Matty T. So this is a fairly tight group of cars, isn't it, John? All the way back to Chaplain Chan, from 3rd to 9th.
Yep. And just when they think they've got it all safe and it's all under control as they settle down, it's only going to take a few track cuts to remind them, hey, there's some track limits at play here, and they might push hard for their laps, but you know, the curbs and the track limits, they certainly will let you know, hey buddy, you're going to have to calm the farm a little bit because we've got 90 minutes of racing. Yep, that Battle Whāraro's right up on the back of this. Now, see one of the first penalties being handed out, 10-second penalty to Eddie in 10th.
Ouch.
Stewards had a look at something there. Oh, we've just seen Whāraro make the pass from Dawson.
Yep. Nice move on the outside there, actually. JB. Good solid effort. Webley Dayton is now heating up. As you said so. And here it is. Dayton makes that bloody Honda quick, doesn't he?
Yeah. Certainly hooked up on this track here, and it's in the hands of Dayton. He's doing a fantastic job, actually.
Absolutely.
Where did he start, actually? He's up one spot, yeah.
We will get back to this Whāraro now. Whāraro's now sandwiched himself in between what already was a close battle between Will Dixon and Pete Dawson. Now, Whāraro's on the move and just said, look, hey, guys, I'll just go through here.
He's already showing his car, isn't he?
Yeah, and you guys can just carry on doing what you were doing, you know, like, oh, just let me go first, you know. So he's in the process of trying to get that together. That little bit of a faux pas there, I think that was from Dawson, was it? It's gone back. Tan's passed. He had a one there. So Dawson.
And that was all because of Shane trying to show the nose up the inside, and all of a sudden
forced that error.
Eddie had to not Eddie. Dawson had to check up a little bit because Shane's car was parked on the inside all of a sudden, and it just Shane said, "Thank you. I'll take that posse back."
Absolutely, and hasn't it bunched those four cars? And there's been a massive change as well, obviously, with Dixon now back behind Whāraro, Tan in behind him, and Dawson back a position. So a big shuffle there between those four. But Whāraro doing a stellar job now. What? How many positions up? 10?
9.
9? There you go.
Started 15th, and we saw him just kind of catch up to that back, didn't he? And he's just picked them off 1, 2, 3, and
pretty
basically
quick.
3 laps, one per lap.
Yeah, pretty quick succession there. So nice
so
work.
you'd expect him to check out now too, based on that pace.
As we just see him roll across the line for one more lap. 13 laps in now.
So what's happened up the front a little bit, Davo, is that Honda, he had that pressure on Webley there, and he brought the car right up to the back of him. He just seems to have backed it off a little bit now. Webley's responded. He's got his head down and actually gone and punched one of his best laps of the race, 1:28.9. So he's had enough. And he said, rightio, if you want to stay close to me, I'm going to put the jandle down.
Yep, definitely. Look, just in the background there, John Boy, just pick it up on this. Check it up on this Bella Louis Van der Venter. I think it was Harry battle, and just focusing on the Van der Venter car. And I think we just saw that car with a little unforced error out of one.
Correct. Baker.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Van der Venter round at 1. Correcting that now and back in the pits. So, Rick Chan starting to come around. A little bit of lap traffic there in, that would be Joe Grimmer, Uncle Joe. And in one of the McLarens, I believe. Gaz Eddy, like you mentioned, JB with a 10-second penalty over his head. Nicely passed there. Nice work from Grimmer just to step aside. Yeah. And let Vic Chan with no disruption to his lap. Mav will be the next cab off the rank for Joe to think of. Who else we got down the back here? I think that was Zandberg's just in front there. Yes, it is the Zandberg Ferrari in 28th. So a couple of those boys well back down.
He's going to close in on him very quickly too.
Very quickly. So these guys will be well aware of these approaching lead cars, blue flags and the such. As we see the closing speed. Sorry, John.
And yeah, I was just thinking when you're talking about the blue flags on the shorter tracks, and as the leaders start to get into their rhythm, and you know, a few things unfold behind with accidents or whatever, or cars repairing themselves, and the track gets really spread out with everyone. The blue flags really start to play a huge part in the race on these shorter tracks, and how you time your run, and how at what point you range up on them, and your opponent can make some massive gains sometimes through you getting stuck with certain cars at certain points of the track. And yeah, a lot of racecraft involved in how you get around those cars, and also how the drivers all react to the blue flag too.
Absolutely. And some of it is a little bit of luck, isn't it? You know, too, like I said, on some of these technical tracks, just getting the right, car or driver at the right time. Sometimes you can draw the short straw. As we just pick up out of the front of Gaz Eddy's car, we've got Will Dixon and Chaplin Chen, 3 of the V-dubs in a row as they run down to 3 here. So they've sort of all just bunched together, these guys, all very equally paced. That's with Pete Dawson in the trademark white Lamborghini tucked in behind. Rounding at the top 10 with Steve Crossland in the Nortec Porsche. He needs to just sneak that Nortec Porsche up with those other boys and just make it a foursome. But yeah, Steve Crossland just out of the top 10 in 11th in the officially sponsored Nortec car. We will thank, obviously, Nortec Trek 31 Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, and Crossy 43 for bringing us all of this goodness here at Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5 Round 6 at the Red Bull Ring. We are winding down to about 25 minutes into this race, so still plenty of racing to go with an hour and 5 minutes. And Webley now has Dayton on his back again. JB.
Yes, he does, and it's not going to go away, is it? And it's going to just be calculated risks that they're going to take as they start to approach these blue flag backmarker cars, and this is where you're going to see those gaps really close up. And is one going to just get that lucky dog, position the car in such a way that they're going to actually get a pass made?
Yeah, and get an advantage. Yeah, that's right.
One of the hot spots I think on this track is where they're kind of coming around now. It's the final part of the track. It's at pit entry basically.
Oh yes,
the cars are going to pull over to the side of the track to enter the pits, and it's like a blind point of the track there, and it can really catch a faster driver out big time, and
definitely
easy to get caught out there.
Very easy.
Another penalties are just getting handed out. 5-second penalty for car 420. And also see T-Fan with the 5-second penalty to his car as well.
We just saw a little bit of action between Chan and Frodado. Chan up beside the skyline there. Well up beside the skyline there. Challenging for T1. Not sure what happened with Frodado there to allow that car to even get in that position because he looked like he had a bit of a gap on him in the previous couple of laps. So Fudendo now plenty on his hands with Chan.
And he's looking racy, isn't he?
He's looking very racy. He's got that bit of a sniff now on the back of that Nissan, and he's thinking, I've got this thing. And Chan moving forward, but it's still those 3 Porsches in a row. That's Dawson's Lamborghini, Dixon's, or should I say Dawson's Lamborghini in behind, and the Steve Crossland Porsche in behind that. Kenneth Worcester and Craig McConnell. We did mention Craig McConnell, not long out of knee surgery, qualified fairly well there as he drag races the Nissan of Kenneth Worcester down the straight. But yeah, look, he'll be feeling, I'm sure, a little discomfort as he deals with the loads of, even in the sim rig, of running that car at this speed. So yes, Craig McConnell and Kenneth Worcester going hard at it at the moment, actually.
Yeah, they're in a great old battle. Oh, went over there.
So yeah, McConnell now definitely snuck past, but both of them struggling. Even McConnell there, very side. We might just get back up to
Fudendo and Chan.
Chan's got him
Fudendo
there.
and Chan. Up at the hairpin.
Up a 2 there. Just snuck it in on the stream there. JB, as they run down into 3, we saw that Chan had the car up beside him the lap before going into 1. They moved up another braking area, and clearly he's got him this time into 2.
That Porsche really working well for him, isn't it?
Absolutely. Gaz Eddie all over the back of the Dixon car, like, my God. Really throwing everything he's got at this. Dawson just sitting there going, you go guys, I'll just pick up the crumbs. There's something's bound to happen here. So, oh, just super committed down there. What's going on with there though? Oh, that's
He's just coming up on a bit of lap traffic.
That was the Zandberg. Just spotted a flash orange. I wasn't sure who that was. That's the Zandberg car as the leaders just start to round the Ferrari up. And they're all through cleanly. Gaz showing the nose on Dixon. But that is a cranky little pack of cars. That is a good solid mid-pack there, JB.
This is gonna, I hope this goes on for most of the race. They're gonna bunch together and some. Oh, no, here we go. Who's that? Eddie into the back.
Eddie into the back of Dixon.
Yes.
Let's get a replay on.
Really late move there. Straight into the back and.
Yeah, I don't even think he. It's almost like he missed his braking mark. He was. I don't think he was even out. You know, like beside. But we'll pick this up as we just focus on Dixon's car. And Eddie clearly missing his brake mark there.
Yeah.
And I reckon he's missed it by about 20 metres because he just drilled the back of Dixon, a poor bugger. And Eddie now into the pit, no doubt with a little bit of damage. Fairly heavy shunt from Eddie. Eddie with a 10-second penalty on his head anyway. 5 for TFAM is one to be noted as well. I nearly called you J-Man then. Harrison Bella with plenty to think about here as he just lets, I think that's a few of the lead cars that's Joe Grimmer and Harrison Bella just in tow together, letting Fudendo and Chaplin Chan sneak through. Obviously, Pete Dawson will be hot on their tail. So
the battle up the front, Davo, you know, Vic without, you know, no surprises. Vic Chan's just got his head down. He's going for it. He's cleared out, but the Honda just break falling back a little bit now. He was so much closer to the back of Webley and just falling away as the laps count down now. So has he used up a little bit too much tyre, or did he make a small mistake? What I think we do know is, here we go, I can see it, the last lap round, Webley a 1:29.1, Dayton a 1:29.5, so yeah,
there you
good
go.
half in there,
Yeah.
so he's just dropping off pace when Webley's putting the hammer down.
Absolutely. As we just pick up out of the helmet of Shane Fronado, wrestling the brick through one with a good, healthy armful opposite lock on the exit there, JB. And running up to 2 here. Now we know this thing's pretty solid under brakes. Rounding up, I'm not sure who that was on the outside there earlier, but yeah, Fronado definitely knows what it's capable of and how to deliver it. But Chaplin Chan, definitely got his measure here at the moment, JB.
Yeah, he caught him up. He went with Shane and he made the pass, but he hasn't really driven away either.
No, definitely not.
It's just the determination that Shane has. He just knows, look, I'm gonna not let this car get out of my sight. I have to stay with it, and so he'll be pushing hard.
Absolutely, and we could just see in the back of shot, and the cameras have actually snuck back there. It was only a few cars back from them. The 2 lap drivers of Harrison Bella and Joe Grimmer, side by side down through the left-handers there. Bella finally sneaking past as he rounds the final corner there. So a good little ding-dong battle going on right down the back of the pack here. We're talking 26 and 5th and 6th respectively. So these guys no mucking around all the way down through the field. Awesome. Macrolos has had a tough race back in 17th. Turbot in the Aston in 8th. Craig McConnell, I suspect, starting to, the fatigue might be kicking in for him in 9th, and Worcester rounding out at the top 20 in the brick, and that is actually Wally Baker, little frog green Porsche in the background. That's actually Matty T, I think, in the Lamborghini, just sneaking up behind Wally Baker as well, coming around to lap. So these boys are coming around to lap pretty quickly, aren't they, JB?
Yeah, they are. They are, Davo. And this is what happens when you've got the big fields and they spread out. Yeah, it's really easy to get lost with where the cars are on track, and and once you start getting into the blue flag stuff, it really changes the dynamic of the race, and it's really hard for those cars that are actually on those blue flags, because as the train comes through, it's just a field of like 30 plus cars. It just feels like forever that you're getting waved the flag.
Poor buggers, eh? But I mean, look, it's a part of the racing, obviously, and these guys love it, and it's awesome to be involved, and they're having their own battles, like we're seeing way down through the field. Awesome tight mid pack as we are used to. And obviously the boys up the front, they're just doing their own thing, checking the deltas, making sure no one's catching up to them too quickly. But, talking about that now, Vic Chan, let's just pick up on Vic Chan's car. He's had very little air time, JB, in first position. What's his last lap? 28.87.
And Maverick's doing the same kind of lap times as well, 28.8s as well. So, they both got the very similar best lap times. Well, not by much, 28.3s. But last lap round, they're both doing 28.8. So, they're still by far the quickest cars on the track.
For sure. By a good 7/10 at least. Webley's. Webley's. Look good over half a second. Webley's best 28.9. And Matt Dayton's at 29.0. Now, Webley's actually responded to that pressure, albeit a little bit late, to Dayton's pressure. And for whatever reason, whether it's the tyres phasing, just in the right time of the race, but that Lamborghini is all.
Or it could even be the track limits as well. I mean, we don't know
what they're
saying. We don't know what their limits are at, because I know that as a driver myself, when you get to that limit and you think, oh no, we've only got one more and we've got to drive through, you really just
you're back off.
Because it's so costly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be a bit of that going on too. And you're looking at the clock too, and you go, "Oh my goodness, it's still 15 minutes to go. Like, how are we going to do this?" And
how did that happen? How come there's only 15 minutes to go? Yeah, that's it.
But you're right. He's given up the fight a little bit, but Faraday and Chan, they
at it.
They're still at it, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're not that far behind these guys, JB. Like a little bit of a slip up in the pits, or a little bit, with a bit of a shake actually there from Faraday out of that second of the left-handers there, which really does cut back on itself a little bit.
And they're coming out from lap traffic here too, and this is going to be critical how this plays into the run, where the timing is.
Faraday back. He won't want to get tangled up out of one here, but it looks like he's going to.
Nice work from
the lap traffic there. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely.
Nightingale, sorry. Yeah, did a great job there of just shifting his car off.
Saw him coming. Once he saw Chan go past, he clearly looked in his mirror and moved immediately for Faraday. They were both in tow there as we just pick up on Mav's car. He's just sneaking through traffic as well, just in front of Kramer's car. Actually, Kramer's Lamborghini is a stunning looking car too. Love these green paint jobs at the moment. Very nice stuff. Down in 22nd position, just in front of Gaz Eddy, who has been in the and in 23rd, and Wally Baker in 21st. So the heat's gone out of the race a little bit here as we are just about to hit the 40-minute mark. Gone. Chan still dominating this race with Mav well back. What have we got him back? About 4 seconds. You can see that on the totem. Yep. So comfortable lead, JB, or is it?
Well, 4 seconds is still 4 good. Yeah, 4 seconds is
a good 4 seconds is
a good 4 second gap, and sometimes when you've got a car between you two, it's even a little bit more of a buffer. But still in Vic's head, he'll be thinking, I still can't. It's only one mistake.
That's
and that gap's gone. So we'll be able to say it's a sizable gap. It's still not. The guys around are still so good.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's still just a little mistake is 4 seconds, and even if he keeps it together on track, it could come in the pit stop, so easily done.
Exactly.
So yes,
halfway approaching, isn't it? So that's where you would think pit stops might start happening. Maybe sooner rather than later. Do you go for what we traditionally call is the undercut? So time to put on that fresh set of boots. You got to take them anyway. If you're the first to do it, you're going to get the yield, aren't you, on that fresh rubber?
Absolutely.
So who's going to jump first?
Who is going to jump first? It's.
Well, I'm going to say Faraday. He's going to, if he's been
fighting
back.
With Chan,
for so long, he should be the one that gets out of it soon.
And they'll be biding their time though, won't they? If the car is still running, good times, they still need a tyre. They can't go too early, else they're going to have a bad tyre at the end of the race. So they sort of want to get through as much as possible. Faraday really starting to look uncomfortable in that. Listen though, just talking about, I'm sure he's hanging to get to half and get a set of bags on that thing, because it does not look heavy.
Yeah, and the thing is, he doesn't actually need to get exactly to halfway. He can go now. I mean, it's only really a case of a couple of laps difference, and so it's not going to make too much difference. So, yeah, get out of it, Shane. That's my tip.
Good advice. Good advice. What do you reckon, guys? Flick it up in the chat box. He's in a little bit of a battle with Chaplin Chan here. Does he get out now? Get into the pits, get that undercut? Or does he stay out and fight and match Chan as he goes in? The strategies, John Boy, around pit stops. Always interesting. Obviously, everybody's got their own way of thinking about it. Tricky little pit entry here too, so mistakes can happen on the way in. At the control line, or as we see Chan in.
Here we go. Here's your first one.
So there we go.
Wow, do they have to follow that blend line in when they go into the pits? Yeah, they go, because clearly there was no following that line on their way in.
Well, it's a tough gig to hold it, isn't it, too?
I know.
It's almost unsafe to do it if you're in traffic, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, Chan in. We were just discussing the pros and cons, early, late, if you're in traffic, if you're not. And there we see Chaplin Chan in the pits. Also, Nathan Henderson in the pits. I think Phil Davison's also been in the pits as well.
Yep,
just
absolutely.
Pick up on Mr. Turbot, who looks like he's just about to be rounded out. Up by, is that Matty T's car? I keep saying that. I think it is though. Which is just ducking into the pits. So maybe it's not.
The Jacks. 35-second stop there for Chan.
Oh, that's not too shabby.
Nice and quick.
It's Wadsworth's car. I keep thinking it's Matty T's car. They're very similar. So Wadsworth in the pits as well. JB. And in and out, what'd you say, 34 seconds?
35-second time stop there for Chan.
Yep.
If I look back at Henderson, 33-second pit, so he was a little bit quicker. Couple of seconds.
Couple of seconds.
Doing the 30-second stop.
That's what we're talking about.
30-second stop, but blazing in there for a long time, a minute.
Ouch.
So, yeah, he's obviously fixing a bit of something in there.
So it'll feel like an hour.
Okay, usually he was 13th on his grid starting position. He made a couple of spots up throughout the race. He's in the pit serving, getting his stop done too.
So just picking up on Brandon Webley and Matt Dayton starting to sort of navigate their way through a little bit of lap traffic. It looked a bit hectic actually, just into the braking area 3. Now has, I think it's Gunther Rose, Gorilla Racing, Datsun sandwiched in between. He is definitely getting wave blue flags at the moment. We can clearly see that. As I think that was Webley in, actually, just in front of Dayton there, John Boy.
Yes, you're right. Webley in the pits there. They got to get this car stopped down into first gear. Hit that pit limit of speed. Don't grab second gear. Whatever you do, you will get a drive-through. And that will ruin your night. While this is all unfolding, I'm just noticing Mavericks closing that gap on Vic Chan. The car just going away a little bit. It was well over that 4-second mark. It's down around that 3-second mark now. So there's a little bit of traffic coming into play. But Mavericks, certainly, I think this would be opening his eyes a little bit more. He's in the clear air now, though, Chan. He's got past all that traffic, so... yeah, I think they had a bit to play with it, with a couple of back markers between them.
Absolutely. We have Will Dixon, Webley, Pete Dawson in the... Webley must be on his way out. Webley's still in the pits.
No, Webley's just off the jacks now.
Okay, well, how long's that time?
Another 35-second stop there.
Okay, okay. Oh God! Oh look, it seemed like a long time to me because everything's moving so quickly here at the moment. It seemed like a long time. T-Fam also in the pits. Kenneth Worcester, Adrian Kramer, Wally Baker, Josh Nightingale as well. So flurry of pit stops. Vic Tanner Maverick also in, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go.
Yeah.
So the leaders of the race all in the pits now. Just remind you guys to like and subscribe. You've joined us here again tonight, Monday nights, as usual, for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5. It's round 6. We are at the Red Bull Ring. It's all brought to you by Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossing 43, and broadcast by MATCHFIT Entertainment. Again, like, subscribe, hit the notifications, guys, hit the chat box. Pit stop flurry we've got going on now.
Stop from Chan. Fastest stop of the time of the
From
day.
Chan.
32 seconds. Good 3
Wow.
seconds than everyone else around him.
Yep.
Looking at Maverick's time, he's off the jacks. 35 seconds. So 3 seconds there quicker in the pits to Chan. And I can't help but think Maverick just got caught up a little bit in that back market traffic before he entered the
pit lane.
Into the pit lane, and that might have just caught him out a little bit, because I thought they were a lot closer together, and then the gap was quite big at the pit stop. And look at it now, he's Chan's just
well out.
mad gain from that.
Yeah, we'll just watch them as they run across the next control line, but I've got back to at least 4 seconds. I think, it's got to be more than that now. So, yes, those guys still at it. Matty T in the pits, Craig McConnell in the pits, Mark Turbo in the pits, Joe Grimmer also in the pit lane as we speak. Matt Dayton is currently leading in the race in the white lightning fast Honda. He ain't looking for a park at the shopping centre tonight. That thing is been going really well. Number 12 Honda, Matt Dayton. Steve Crossland is in provisional third, obviously unpitted vehicle. So Crossy in the officially sponsored Nortec Porsche.
Matty T in the pits too. She's servicing that Lamborghini.
And keep an eye on that time, actually, too, that stop for Matty T. She was gaining, I think, up on the back of the Webley Dayton thing there. So be interesting to see where those three pit stops are.
Here we go. The time stop pits coming in now. 37-second stop for Matty T. So
that's good.
She's lost a little bit there. Was that? Sometimes that's just enough to be like when you just pull up to the marks and your car just goes past that point and it doesn't get picked up straight away.
Bounce.
Have to get pulled back a little bit, and you sit there going, shh, bugger.
Bugger. I missed it by that much.
Yeah, and that's all it was. So
that's all it takes, isn't it? As we see Costas Makalos also in the pits. Nick Firth just getting getting lapped by Vic Chan, to be honest. Oh no, this is for position. Actually, I don't think Firthy's been in. Chan has been. So it's sort of more or less a lapping anyway. But Firthy's starting to slow, not going in yet. Chan would easily, look at the size of that Bentley. My God, it's huge. As he easily sneaks it out of the final corner. Hazard lights going.
yeah.
And blast past the low and slow Ferrari piloted by Firthy there. That's actually Macros, Mr. Makalos, just sneaking out of the pit lane there. Now Firthy and Makalos are very equally paced, these two. So I'll be just interested to see how that little battle goes there. Chaplin, Chan and Fodado. Well. Who would have thunk it?
Linus Stern.
Back together again.
Yeah, I think the Nissan's actually a little bit stronger at the first tyre phase.
Yeah.
Than the Porsche, and you've got to say that might be a little bit to do with the fuel load and the way that the Porsche carries the fuel,
Yeah.
opposed to the
Look at
like,
Photo around the outside again. He might not have it this time, but
he's going to make him go the long way though, because Jan's going to have the
hey,
right
look
to
at
the
the
right
grunt.
hander up there. But it's just driven.
He's just got
straight past him.
it's gone around him. It's unbelievable. But like you mentioned, yeah, first phase of the tyres, these guys just both pitted, and yeah, the Nissan looked strong, didn't it, at the beginning of the race?
Yeah.
JB and Chan definitely had the measure in the back half.
And then Bluey came back.
And he did come back. And look, I do know a couple of the boys that pedal these Porsches regularly, and some of them swear that they phase in and like in and out and back in again towards the end of the tyre wear. And if you just stick with them, they grip back up again. So, but Chan definitely.
Shane, bit of praise for that move on the chat box there. From some of his local stablemates there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, we saw him do it earlier in the race as well. So, but yeah, total dominance. Under brakes into two. It makes it live on the outside, and then literally has the grunt in the Nissan to drag race it all the way down the straight, and clearly in front of the car beside him before he goes into the braking area. So impressive move. Absolutely missed. Unbelievable.
So, after these, who's yet to stop? Has Parrot?
Oh, there's a couple there.
Parrot and Bertie haven't stopped yet, but...
Oh, Crossy either, actually. There.
Yeah, Crossy,
yeah.
So...
Oh, Crossy now. There you go.
Yep. Beautiful looking car, that Porsche.
The Nortec car, definitely one to watch. Look, Crossy pretty sharp on the old pit stops as well. JB, he's one of the 1% of guys, usually gets this stuff sorted out. So it'll be interesting to see how the timer comes up again, and as he drops off the jacks, what's the time looking like there for Steve Crossland in the Nortec Porsche?
Yeah, Crossland, the time there was 32 seconds stop.
There you go, lightning fast from the Nortec Porsche. Go, Steve Crossland. Let's see if we can make it out of it, get a little bit of a gain out of that as he rolls out of the pits, and we're watching Gaz, Eddie and T-Fam coming up to one. Crossland will already be out on track, so easily in front of these guys. We did see that car further up the road than Eddie's, Gaz Eddie's car. Fam still recovering from an earlier incident in the race and doing well, but taking it to the back of Gaz Eddie's Porsche, and yeah, really making him work for it. See Dayton actually getting some lap time deltas. Also Will Dixon as well, up on their best times. So these guys still pushing hard. Costas Makalos also up on his lap time delta. So these guys pushing hard all the way. We are a little over 35 minutes to go here at the Red Bull Ring for round 6 in Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5, brought to you by Nortec Trek 31 Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing and Crossy 43. Look at T-Fam go as they head down to this. Oh, damn, he must have been close there. Let's see if we can
the
get
car's come alive now that it's been fixed up, hasn't he? Takes a lot of the inside curve.
He suffered for it though. Actually, on the exit, the final corner there, he's really dropped back about 5 or 6 car lengths there, because he was nearly kissing the back of Gaz Eddie's car into that second to the last turn. So yeah, nice work from T-Fam, aggressive as ever. We would expect to see, Furthy, is that the only car that hasn't pitted? in the whole field. He's running in second. He's going to hang out there. Look, he's got low and slow written on the side of his car. Firthy's low and slow. So,
Oh, my goodness.
okay, so he's just going to just keep plugging away. It's a compulsory pit stop, you know, tonight. Firthy, the Ferrari won't go that long. Awesome stuff.
Just keeping my eye on, again, the Chan.
Chaplin Chan, Fronto battle. Yes.
The bluey Porsche, there's just still staying with him. But what they're doing is they're carving their way through the back markers. Matty T is in just a couple of seconds up the road, and that's for position. So
yeah, you can see her there clearly in shot as we just see her slide on past there, Fronto, and then Chan. We also saw back a shot there, if you didn't notice, John Boy, Macrolos, Costas Macrolos, serving a stop go 30 in the pits. So just trundling down the pit lane there to serve that penalty.
So those must be track cut related, surely.
Yep.
So, just exploiting the limits there too much, getting excited with the fresh set of tyres.
Yep.
Don't
Easily done.
Easily done. So, lures you into some false confidence and you forget about your cuts. And
false sense of security.
Yeah, and it's like, damn it, that's right, I forgot about the cuts.
Damn it, I thought we were in a practice session.
The longer races, you do drift. We did talk about this yesterday. You kind of get into I call it a little bit of robot mode. You're just at one with your car, and you're kind of going around, and you're looking at your deltas. You're just doing stuff as normal, and sometimes you don't even know, like, you know what you just did 2 laps ago.
Yeah, I think like we sort of describe it as like muscle memory, you know, like when you do a repetitive job all the time, like at work or something, you can just sort of do it with your eyes closed, as long as it doesn't doesn't involve really sharp machinery. But
no,
but it's a bit of a muscle memory thing, you know, like, and you just know, you know, at a certain rev, you know, like down that front straight, it's time to get on the brakes, kick it down a couple of gears, smash it. And we talked about when you start to back off and relax, that is the worst thing to do, isn't it? Sometimes is because you just flicks your timing out of sync, and that's where the mistakes happen. And quite often, the corner cuts. So the track improvement.
And funnily enough, sometimes when you've had that, you just sit back and relax, and you just almost got the one arm out the window driving. You're going to go and have the opposite effect, and you go, hey, well, how did I just do that super quick lap time? And it's because you've just got into this nice rhythm, and you're not trying to and you're not overdriving the car. You're just starting to circulate. You're actually picking up, you know, decent lap times as well. So it can go both ways. Talking about pace, Jesus, Vic Chan, he's just monstering away at the front of the field. 7-second gap to Maverick now. That was around the 3 seconds just before they went into the pit stops. It's easily doubled, if not tripled now. So Vic Chan clearly in command as the second phase of this race unfolds. Firthy, is he going to stop? You're going to say
he's got to. He's got a CPS in the race. He's showing off.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm sitting third all race. So good on you, Firthy.
Well, I tell you what. I know that with the Ferrari the Ferrari's BOP at Qatar, it will run 80 minutes. Right. Yes. We know that for a fact because we saw it the other night somewhere else, and. So where are we now? Where are we now?
Right, so
he's
still have a look at his lap times.
Well, he's still got another 20 minutes before he gets to that.
So his best lap time was a 1:29.5. Yeah. And his last lap time was a 1:30.0. So he's nearly just over half a second, 6 tenths slower that lap than his best lap. So the cars just going away. The cars around them.
Oh, you would expect so.
Easily in the low 129s.
Yeah,
the cars
definitely.
around him.
Oh, look, I
Second,
love this car. Beautiful. Firthy's a great guy and pedals this thing well. He's got the big high mum on the back of it, as we're looking at now. Over the back wing, Matty T is inbound, and she will wrap Firthy up on what's probably getting towards a fairly cooked set of tyres. So
yep.
he will start to struggle as we start to wind down. We're in the final half an hour, the final third phase of this race. 90-minute race with 28 and a half minutes to go. John Boy.
So once Firthy stops, that's still Webley's going to be sitting in that P3 position, and he had the heat on from Dayton and the Honda before. I was been monitoring that gap, thinking maybe that's going to heat up again after the pit stops, but the Honda just not being able to close in. He's 4 seconds adrift from Webley there, and probably he's probably got more to worry about Matty T.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming in.
Hey, it's the Honda's a funny car. I don't know. It doesn't get a lot of love. You don't see it on track very much, to watch as a spectator, it doesn't look like it's got a lot of straight line punch. So it definitely gets its lap times from the corners. If you look over the back of Faraday's car, I'll interrupt myself there actually and just say, get a look at this, because this is heating up. Tan really thinks that Porsche should be in front of that brick, so that's heating up. But
and we saw this before. It's almost a dead ringer of what happened. As the fuel drops out of that Porsche, it just starts to wake up.
Yeah.
And now look at the legs on that Nissan. Not as impressive as before when he drove around.
It's not as springy as it was when it went round the outside of Tan's car through 2 and 3, like we just saw earlier. Not 10 minutes ago or so. Yes, it would have been about 10 minutes ago after the pit stop. So this battle isn't going to go away anytime, I think, at all in this race. The rest of the field pretty smart. We get a little bit of a battle here and there. Grimmer just getting overtaken by, or lapped should I say, by the Nortec entry. Nortec official sponsor here for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5. And stunning looking car as he starts to round up the back half of the field.
Percy's in the bits, he's given it up.
Mate, it's only a matter of time, wasn't it? Faraday actually just stretched his legs in that last lap. Look, and we were talking about it earlier, even with a 4-second gap, a little bit of a wriggle here or there, depending on how excessive it is, can really affect that gap. And look, I don't know whether Chan had a bit of a wriggle, but he's back a bit. Now, Faraday has a bit of a wriggle into one, and bam, they're back together. I just noticed that drive-through for Will Dixon. That'll be painful.
Yeah, and especially, look at that. So that's going to elevate Crosby and that sponsored.
And the Nortec car, yep.
Nortec Porsche up into the 10th spot, so he goes up one more. So that's a good drive from Steve Crossland there. Started 18th, he's up 8 spots. So, yep, can't complain with that.
No, definitely not. Crossy a little bit up and down throughout the race. Another little battle going on here is that Matthew Herod. He's in amongst some. All of those cars are out of position to each other. I think except for actually the Kramer car and the Blazing. There you go. It is they're the two that are in position. So they're fighting position 22nd and 23rd respectively from Adrian Kramer and T Blaze. Not sure what the T stands for.
Welcome to the chat, Stu. Rooting for your 777 stablemate. First race with Davidson tonight. So yes, Phil Davidson in the lone BMW. He started 24th. He's up 5 spots. Doing a good job there. Every time you move forward in the race, you've got to be happy.
You're in a good spot. I think if you've moved forward, you're better than when you started. So, and we've seen some movers and takers. Look, Farado's got to be the best example, hasn't he? Like, he started well down, and he's in 6th
up
now.
9 spots up, 15th. So
yeah. And so, and it's been going 9-8, 9-8, hasn't it, or whatever it is, for pretty well the whole race as he battles with Chaplin Chan, and that continues on. Steve Crossland just working his way through some lap traffic, keeps popping up on the Delta in the Nortec sponsored Porsche, now sitting in the top 10 like John mentioned.
Just looking at some of the timing here. I was saying I was keeping an eye on the Honda and just seeing if he was going to make progress up towards Webley. He did stop 3 laps later, so he has got tyres 3 laps the better to Webley. And the gap's just not coming down as probably as quick as they'd hope. But maybe at the back end, still a long way to go. Another 20 minutes. Those 3 lap extra tyres just might pull them a little bit closer, so that could heat up. If we talk about because we get a driver stint time as well for a lot of these people. The next best dressed would probably be Maddie T. She went quite long on her first stint, so she's got better tyres in the cars around her. And it all adds up to just that last 10 minutes of the race and how much she can push, isn't it? And really fight on when some of the other drivers could be struggling. So, and which is quite interesting because Chaplin Chan in 7th, he's behind the mammoth brick wall there of Shane Faraday. He's actually been in the car on this tyre stint for 25 minutes opposed to Shane being on a 20-minute stint. So, in terms of laps, that's about 3 laps difference, rough.
Yeah. I reckon that Skyline's going to need those 3 laps this race over the Porsche. So he's probably lucky he's got that up his sleeve, to be honest.
Which is probably why he forced that pass so early.
Yeah.
Because he needed that track
position
in it.
Yeah.
The track position is key, so interesting stuff there.
So a couple of little battles and a little bit of lap traffic, flashes our Delta every now and then, and the camera swing around. Actually, as we just see, I think that's Dixon. Dixon and Joe Grimmer coming together. We will get a replay on that. So Grimmer, Lapvik, Dixon just sneaking around. Very awkward part of the track actually to come up on lap traffic here, and just ducking it into the final corner. Oh, just a big speed difference between those 2 cars. Unfortunate for both actually, Dixon and Grimmer alike, both with a bit of a touch on the wall. But just that clear example of the speed difference from some of the drivers. Both of those guys back on track now and pointing in the right direction to continue the race as we get back to this little ding-dong we got going on between Shane Faraday, Chaplin Chan. Actually, another one to keep an eye on. Sorry.
T-Fan and Hughes.
T-Fan and Hughes, just... Well,
they are at it for 11th and 12th.
I love watching T-Fam drive. He's spectacular. He's aggressive. It comes with the odd mistake, I must say, Mr. Fam, but it is still entertaining nonetheless. And
I like the black and the gold on their car. I think that
looks fantastic. I think I've seen that car for a couple of seasons now over here at Rainlight, and it's a bit of a trademark for Fam. But putting all sorts of pressure on Aston Hughes. Like, to get past that car will put him in 11th position. I'm not sure, and he has done that easily there around the outside. How far in front is Hendo there, actually?
He's almost made that, like, simple for him.
He did. It looked like he stepped over for him. So, Henderson, we got 20 minutes to go. With the pace that Fam's showing at the moment, can he reel in Hendo and put that McLaren in the top 10? We will soon see. We've got to just have a look.
The last lap round, they're trading similar lap times, 1:29.7. Now, interestingly, some of these laps are coming up red for Matty T, Steve Crosland, Henderson as their last lap. It's got a red next to it. Wonder if that's indicating that that was a cut lap. And if that's a cut lap, then that's a strike next to their name. So
yeah, well, that's something they don't want too many of, is it, JB? How many do they get? I think it's 4 and then you're out, is it?
I think something like that, yeah. Yep. I think they can be changed, but yeah, it's normally 3 and the 4th one you're out.
Yeah.
From my experience.
So, fairly spread field at the top here as the guys up the pointy end just navigate some lap traffic. Look, there is a lot to talk about throughout the field. These guys just sort of business as usual. Vic Chan in first place, well in front of Matt. Then Brandon Webley in third. Matt Dayton in fourth. Matty T in fifth. Shane Faraday, which is, and Chaplin Chan, mind you, 6 and 7 respectively, have been getting plenty of airtime, because this is where the fight is at. They've actually gapped. There was a bigger bunch of cars than this in the first quarter, or the first third of the race, but I would say first 30 minutes. Big bunch of cars. These guys have stepped out and made it work. Their pit stops nearly identical, I think, there, John Boy. So, awesome stuff. Can't get enough of that. Just wait till we get on. Oh, no!
Chan's picked up the inside curb. It's just
unforced spin from Chan.
The battle was heating up to be something spectacular.
No, will he lose the position? He might not lose the position here. Who was behind him? Dawson. Dawson just went past him, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the white Lamborghini, as you just see breaking into one. We'll get a replay right here. Just real quick. Oh, it looked like it slid in and he never really got a handle on it. A slow motion lose there from Chaplin Chan. Tucked under.
I mean, you're never going to sight the apex with a full brick wall in front of you, are you?
Never.
Yeah. And also the tyres. I'm not sure. Are they with all that pushing he's done behind Shane? Just put them to the limit on the back end of that Porsche.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, but Pete Dawson...
the wounds, just to see Dawson go past is going to be... Yep.
Yeah, and look, to be honest, I don't think that Dawson Lamborghini does have the pace to attack Faraday or even pass that car, so he will be just stoked to be in a big chunk of clean air at the moment there. JB, and just stay focused. He's got 15 minutes to go. Can he keep that car in that position? Chaplin Chan will be heading back towards Faraday, but he's got a couple of cars in between him right now to deal with. Kenneth Worcester. It's got Mav
unfortunate
coming around and just lapping. He's also got Kramer now. These guys have been in a battle nearly the whole race. Kramer's like, hey, I'm going to sneak past there. Oh, maybe not. And they just continue their battle. Mav goes through. But these guys, it's just like a business as usual. That's a fantastic, actually, Worcester's car. This is a nice looking, this and that. The big GTR on the side looks fantastic. And of course, Kramer's car I have already mentioned. The green Lamborghini with the big tears. up.
You like
and,
that green machine, don't you, Dave?
I like this one particularly. Actually, it's nice. So
And it's a shout out to all these guys and girls that do the hard work on these liveries, and that takes hours and hours of time stickering them up and whatever Photoshop programs and things you use to do it. We've been part of it. It's a lot of fun if you're into it, and it does certainly make the cars look spectacular.
Oh, definitely.
But yes, Harrod, well, he's the next busy boy on track in the 14th placed 450 Aston. So
yeah,
he's running for position there. Who's that? Eddie in front. Saw Eddie have to serve a bit of a penalty ahead. He's got a 10-second hovering over him, hasn't he? So you're gonna say that's for position. Harrod's gonna get through there. Potentially even Firthy. He's not actually that much further behind either. With that 10-second, yeah, looming.
Oh well,
Eddie.
that's right. Yeah, Firth would probably get. Who is Firth? Let's have a look.
Even back to Dixon may even get a little bit close to that.
Yeah,
definitely Firth.
Definitely Firth. They're very close together there. So Eddie obviously quite happy to run that one out to the end of the race and deal with it.
Sure what just happened there, but that just changed to 15 seconds all of a sudden.
Okay. Maybe I don't know what to say to that. But I do know what I do know to say is that Matthew Herring is really starting to push him as we see the flames lick from the side of the Aston, getting used to seeing flames out of the Astons. They must run these things so rich to try and get them to keep up with everything else. Oh, with Herring, chunk, just armloads of opposite lock out of one. But
so what's quite interesting here is Herod in the Aston. He started 22nd. He's up 8 spots, so he's actually having a spectacular race to put himself up into P14 at the moment.
Yeah.
Also, his driver stint time at the moment is only 22 minutes on the tyres. Eddie, on the other hand, he's been out there for 47 minutes on those tyres. So just about twice as long as Aston chasing him. So that is why that Porsche up in front is in a world of pain on its tyres.
Yeah, definitely.
However, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be very light on its fuel now too.
Obviously, and that gives who's tucked in behind there? Firthy will be just going, oh, okay. Just keep up with these guys. If Gaz makes a bit of a slip up, he'll be right there. As we just watched Chaplin Chan recovering after a little bit of an unforced error through T1 a couple of laps ago. Now cleared one of those cars, I think. That he's still got Dawson in front of him, but he did have that lap car. I think it was the Gunther Rowe Guerrilla Racing car.
Yeah.
That he had in between him and Dawson. So cleared that car and looking forward now. He's only got a little over 10 minutes to go. Time will run out very quickly here as we wind down to the final stages of this 90-minute race for round 6 of Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 series here at Red Bull Ring, brought to you by Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossing 43, and of course broadcast by MATCHFIT Entertainment. As always, please hit the like button, thumbs up thing. Give us a bit of a thumbs up, makes us feel all warm and fuzzy. Hit the subscribe button if you want to watch more of this stuff, and hit your notifications so you don't miss out. So get on it. Thanks to again for the comments. Yes, put the hex on him again, Stewie. You should come up in the comments box. You can put the hex on him too if you want.
Yeah, I was just reading that too.
So,
for once, it's not our fault. It's your fault, Stu.
yes, that's right. Nathan Henderson, T-Fam, T-Fam. Soon as we put the camera on that, my God, it goes around. Couldn't have done it if you tried. Let's get a replay on that, ladies and gentlemen. T-Fam, sorry, bro, I've got to show this. Round the final corner. Chasing Hendo. We'll pick up the helicam. Oh, gets. Look, oh, what?
Just a weird unforced error in the marbles, and just to top it off, had a bit of panel damage on the pit exit wall.
Just to top it off. Tough work, T-Fam. Look, we were rooting for you, hoping you were going to jump into the top 10 there. Actually, you were sort of moving forward there. Ashton in the Aston, my friend, doing well in 11th. Hendo, not far in front of him, actually, in 10th position. We've only got a little over 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes now, ladies and gentlemen. We're winding down. Worcester, Kramer, these guys have been going the whole race. Two fantastic looking cars. Trading positions, a little bit of side by side, a little bit of sideways from both, but yeah, just having a whole bunch of fun. That's what it's all about. Kenneth Worcester, Adrian Kramer.
Both moved up 6 and 7 spots from their starting grids too, so they've had a good solid race there.
Yeah, Worcester's actually in the Pro-Am, and Kramer top on the pros, so yeah, he'll be loving that. Yeah, nice work from Kramer. Turbo, actually one of the AM drivers as well, up in 20, that just snuck up in front of him there, but I think Turbo has some work to do in the points, the championship wise. So either way, Firthy, where's Firthy? There's Firthy on Gaz Eddie.
He's on the move, so he's just snuck up onto the back of Eddie now, and
leaving it to the last minute,
as they do.
Always we
just under 6 or under 7 minutes now.
Pete Dawson now just sneaking through some lap traffic as well, and Chaplin Chan looking with 6.5 minutes. John Boy, I don't know. Chan's got to get past this lap car of early. Sorry, I always forget this car. John Nightingale car. And Josh going wide, sees Chan coming, awesome work there. Chan with a little over 6 minutes to go. He's got Dawson now to chase, and chase he will. Nick Firth though. Firthy on Gaz Eddie. Ferrari v Porsche.
So I'm just looking through some of the standings as well. Kramer in the AM class, he is ahead of Baker. There's nothing in it between them, is it? Really?
Nah.
But they are fighting.
And where's Turbo in the AMs there?
Turbo, he's your leading AM driver at the moment. However, in the terms of their championship, he's a little bit behind these guys, but certainly making up for some valuable points anyway. But it's still status quo, a few points just in the favour of Kramer there over Baker, so he'll be smiling with that with his poor qualifying that he had.
Yeah.
Other than that, Husey, your top Pro-Am driver, T-Fam, second in the Pro-Am, and Nick Firth in the 56 Ferrari we're on board with. He is currently third at the moment in Pro-Am, 15th overall, and then your leaders Vic Chan, Maverick, Wiggly.
But the battle is here at the moment as we wind down into these final few minutes here. JB, it's been awesome to have you here tonight, mate. Again, we did a big stint yesterday, but yeah, awesome to have you back here for Rainlight Racing's coverage of their round 6 in their 2024 GT3 Series 5. Mate, it's been a cracking race. Look at these guys. Nick Firth chasing down Eddie under 4 minutes. Webley just sneaking his way through traffic. Coming up on my radar every now and then. We've got also Worcester Kramer battle, which we mentioned earlier.
Eddie's driving the crap out of this car. He's holding on for dear life, really, because he's been out there 55 minutes on these tyres, and Nick's just coming at him now. And you're going to say that Ferrari has definitely got more than that car, but Eddie doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely. As we just picked up on a couple.
Although 15 seconds hovering over him, it's just
yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, it's so close. Like, what if he didn't have the 15 seconds? Like, there's the fight, you know. Like, so, and you'll fight all the way. As we just picked up on a couple of the boys, some of those lap cars down the back there. I think it was Nightingale. That's the Gunther Rowe Guerrilla Racing car, and it might Wally Baker in the front green Porsche. Is that Wadsworth just in behind there? No, Wadsworth actually just up the pointy end here a little bit. I think that was Webley just sneaking past him. So, lap cars taking lap cars at the moment. T-Fam and Herod. Now T-Fam.
Kramer down the Spain straight 3 wide.
It's crazy. It's just out of control, I tell you. So Fam passed Herod after that.
Yeah.
Kramer, like you said, these guys have been going nuts. That is actually Matt Dayton just trying to sneak through in the Porsche, so in the Honda. But as these guys are doing all that stuff, because there's 3 of them, the leaders are trying to file through as well. We've got under 2 minutes to go, guys. There's action all across the track here. Gaz Eddie defending Nick Firth.
Always heats up, doesn't it? At the end of races, wherever you look.
Yeah.
Whatever race.
Doesn't matter where you are.
To the end.
Yeah. They're just like, oh shit, the time's nearly up. Let's have some fun. So off at 30, going very deep into 1. My. Wow, that was solid from in-car. Looked like it nearly made contact with the back. Eddie's car, very close stuff. Looked awesome.
Okay, come on, Vic. You've got an 11-second gap to sit back here and watch this beautiful battle unfold. These guys are going to get blue flags waved at them shortly, so it's going to be a bit of a spoiler. They start to have to move over and let this all go at the end, but hey, that'd be racing.
Absolutely. It's just
Hughes and
because it's
Herod.
Yeah, see, once Chan had that little spin there 10 minutes ago, that Frodo Chan battle went away. Chaplin Chan still recovering, tucked in behind Pete Dawson, Ashton Hughes, Matt Herod, and T-Fam is where it's at right now. This 3-way battle as they come up in behind Wally Baker's Porsche. Wally sees them coming. There's 3 of them, Wally. Let them all go. Leader is now on the final lap. So the leader is just behind this battle here, JB. And you can see Firthy and Gazzetti back a shot.
What was interesting then was it was almost like Vic was slowing down to try and
sneak it in.
Try and end the race then and there. But he crossed the line with about 3 seconds, 2 seconds to go, and it's forced another lap. And now Maverick's like
on
a
him.
lot closer than probably Vic would like.
Oh, dearie me. And actually sandwiched in between. So Firthy, actually as we were just spying all that, Firthy got round Eddie.
Yes.
So nice work from Firthy. And now we pick up on him. Vic Chan, the leader of the race, as on the final lap, sandwiched in between these two boys that have been going at it for the last 15, 20 odd minutes. So nice work. Well, Firthy's been trying to chase him down for the last 15, 20 odd minutes, should I say. Battling for the last few laps, and slides on through as we watch Vic Chan come around the final couple of corners, tucked in behind the Firthy Slow and Slow Ferrari, a lap vehicle to take round 6 of the Rainlight Racing 2024 GT3 series here at Red Bull Ring. Well done, Vic Chan. Mav will be right behind him in the Lamborghini, taking second here at round 6 at Red Bull Ring, and Brandon Webley won't be far behind. Here he comes down. Those guys in another postcode as usual tonight. Webley on his way round the final couple of corners and across the line for third position. Nice work, Brandon Webley. And the list will go on.
Comes to Honda, the Dayton Honda. He's done a great job there all night. Solid result.
Absolutely, Matty T. Fotado just sneaking around the final corner as we speak as well. JB in 6th position. Awesome work from Fotado tonight. Big gains. Dawson, sneaky little move after a bit of a mistake from Chaplin, and puts himself in 7th with 8th for Chaplin. Steve Crossland in the Nortec car. Nice work, nice position. I thought he was doing okay to be in 10th, but snuck up another position. Nathan Henderson rounding at the top 10. And then look how close that T-Fam Matthew Herod Aston Hughes battle was behind that. Then we have Nick Firth and Will Dixon, Gaz Eddie, and the like. That was pretty well calling it as those boys come across the line there too, mind you, JB. So all pretty close together, the top 10.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations to all the class winners. Turbot, Kramer, Nightingale taking out your respective positions in the AM class there. And T-Fam, Hughes and Nick Firth for the Pro-Am. Yep, well done, lads. That all goes towards your championship points and moves you around your respective classes. So, awesome stuff. That was great calling it with that race there. Yeah, they plenty going on, and then, like we said, always heats up at the end, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Let's get these boys down here into the comms box. Let me find the right screen. Hang on. Where am I?
There you are there.
We're looking for Mr. Webley.
Here he is. Here, I can grab him right now.
You grab him there.
Here we go, Brandon Webley. Welcome to the comms box. P3, yeah. Congratulations, mate. There was a well-deserved podium there. You drove well.
Yeah, thanks. I really needed to piss for the last half of that race, eh? So I was struggling real bad, eh?
Okay, so you're clear now, though, or we holding you back?
Yeah, no, I went for a piss straight away as soon as I crossed the line. So.
Good, well, perfect timing, mate. That's awesome. Yeah, good race for you, mate. Stayed out of trouble. Nothing too major. Just kept your head down, eh? And
yeah. I don't have the race pace to win any of these races, eh? But as long as I just don't crash, I normally do top 5 most of the time. So.
Well, you definitely keep them honest, mate.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, but Vic Chan and Maverick were on definitely on another level. But I didn't expect Vic Chan to just come out of nowhere with the Bentley like that. Eh? hadn't seen him in practice all week. I didn't realize he's going to be so fast.
Well, Vic is, for those of you that know Vic, he is super quick, and when he's in race mode, he's unstoppable. And but look,
He does
the
get
podium.
he does get that Bentley moving, doesn't he? Though.
Yeah.
You got to give him credit for it, but we'll talk to him about that later.
How were your
But,
track cuts, mate?
I only got one. I was taking it pretty easy though, especially in the last sector because I'm pretty good at crashing the Lambo in that last corner. So I was just taking it really easy. Yeah.
We saw the Honda, yeah, certainly keeping some pressure on. He was nice and close to you, but you broke the toe there at one point. Thought that was gonna heat up for that podium there.
I think I gained a few seconds in the pit somehow, which isn't like me. I normally lose in the pit, but he must have got some unlucky traffic or some shit. There's like a second behind me for the first half of the race, yeah, and it was quite quite nerve wracking. But I knew like he was slow in the third sector, so as long as I didn't screw that up or the first corner, he pretty much couldn't really get me. So.
Well, congratulations. You got P3 in the 90-minute Enduro here at Rainlight Racing. You'll be happy. 4th overall in the championship at the moment. So, well done. That all goes towards your championship total. And awesome to see you here, mate.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for doing the broadcast again.
love it, mate. Hit the like and subscribe, Webley. You did a great job tonight.
I already have, mate.
Awesome stuff. Good on you, mate. And we'll see you again next week.
Sweet. Peace.
Awesome, mate. See ya. Brandon Webley, everyone, good. He's a good bloke, isn't he? I love Webby. And
he certainly says it how it is, doesn't he?
yeah. I'm definitely, like, every now and then, he's just up there, give him a kick in the ass, just going, look, you make a mistake, I'm right there for you. But, and tonight was one of those nights. Next cab off the rank.
We are just trying to find Mr. Maverick. Where is he in this huge list?
I'm looking.
Is he gone?
Oh. No.
Nope. Can't see him.
Okay. Grab.
They've all moved around channels or something, but
Yeah.
looks like everyone's left. We've got Vic Chan though. We'll grab him.
Grab Vic.
And we will congratulate our winner of the race, Vic Chan. Congratulations, mate. P1.
Hey, boys.
You let it from the start and you stretched your legs and you never looked back.
Yeah, it was redemption for yesterday. And it's about time I got a win in Rainlight, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you've been around for a while here already, and you've just had shocking luck.
Yeah, the Bentley has the worst VIP for the American tracks.
Yeah.
And I had limited practice for most of them, so it was just tough gig. But yeah, happy to finally get a win.
Yeah, well, you certainly had the quickest car on track tonight, Vic. I think Maverick was pretty close and almost pipping you. You traded times all throughout the race, but it was certainly a turning point was around that pit stops. You just made that better stop, and after that the gap really blew out, and it was all she wrote, really.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should have kept pushing, but then I kind of dialed it back, and then I saw him slowly climbing back, so I kept at it again. But it was good. Yeah, props to Mav. He kept the pressure on, so.
He did well. Is he still in the?
No, he had to run.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah. Look, mate. Awesome stuff. He didn't look like. It looked like you just had his measure tonight too. Like you said, he only had to back off a little bit, and he was sort of responding. But you really just sort of once you're out in front, mate.
I was
he
happy.
Had nothing for it. The Lambo had nothing.
I think we were both kind of struggling at first because we had limited practice in these cars. We were in the Ferrari all weekend for this track, so I guess I got on top of the Bentley a bit better than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we do know you've had a good run in the Bentley in the past, and you do enjoy driving that car. So yeah, how were your cuts, Vic? No problem.
I had two.
Yep.
Two from the first corner, but yeah, besides that, it was easily manageable. It was just me being trying to find where the traction limit is.
Yep.
And because I'm on the other side of the driver's seat or other side of the car,
Oh, of course. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a different perspective. So yeah,
Yep.
there's times where I went over, I was like, oh, is that a cut? The
It's-
Ferrari, I can get much closer, but it's just because I'm on the other side.
Yeah,
So,
well, it's right-hand drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay.
so it was tricky at first. But
Yeah.
yeah, lucky I'm glad I got a win.
Yeah.
I would have been kicking myself if I couldn't get a win this season. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because Cooley wasn't here too.
Yes, Chris.
Well,
Yeah.
too true. That's one name we didn't see tonight, and but yeah,
But I'll take it.
Yeah, oh yeah. Look, no disrespect, mate. You still on fire tonight, and yeah, really took it to Mav, and we know, you know yourself. Mav's a contender, so
Yeah, I always look
So-
forward to battles with Mav.
Yeah.
Well done to Webley as well. He did
Yeah.
well, but
And how was the tyre actually through the stints?
this track isn't so bad on tires. I was actually contemplating doing a no tire change, but then I thought,
Nah.
no point.
Yeah, well, you had the gap, so no need.
Yeah, it's actually more fun changing tires, and if someone did a no tire change, the challenge of trying to pass them.
Yep. Well, it's awesome stuff, Vic. Good to hear your voice up in the comms box again, and
Cheers, guys.
good to see you up on the top step of the
Yeah,
podium.
cheers, guys. Thanks
I'd
for
say.
comms. You do a great job every time, so keen to watch back from the race.
I'm glad. Thanks, Vic. Awesome stuff.
See you guys.
Yeah, mate.
Enjoy, and see you again next weekend, or next week, should I say. Vic Chan, everybody. Awesome stuff there. What a cracking night.
What a
JB.
cracking night. Yes, absolutely. Like, hey, a shout out to all these guys. It's a huge field that Rainlight put on, and great looking livery. So, yep, the admin team doing a spectacular job, as you would expect.
Yes.
90 minutes. There we go. Done and dusted. Next, what was that? Round 6, round 7 coming up of 10 rounds for this championship. So, yep, Cooley missing the boat tonight, which is going to shuffle the top end of town around a bit. So, everyone's going to move up a little bit there in championship land. Congratulations to all your podium getters. And, yeah, it's been a pleasure being on board.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, John. Yes, we will see the boys again next week for round 7 at Hungaroring for another 90-minute race. So the boys were in this, what they call it, the super sprint phase of these races. So thank you, John Boy. Awesome stuff, and thank you everybody actually for joining us for the coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5 Round 6 at Red Bull Ring, brought to you by Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43, and broadcast by MATCHFIT Entertainment. We had a ball, Jono. Great racing on track.
Wasn't it?
Wasn't it what? Yeah. Good to have you back in the comms booth again, my friend. Hope to talk to you again soon. And that's a wrap for tonight. Night, night.
Well, you said night. Oh. Can't get everything right, mate. Hey, friend list, is this like Gunter, thanks, special thanks to like a Gunter, Crosman, yeah, well, can't say thanks to everyone. The sponsors got some good plugs, so everyone's got a bit of a mention throughout it. If they did any